Hello gorgeous, thank you for joining me at my kitchen table in this video. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am trying out the Nebula palette by Kaleidos and Angelica Nyquist. And I have done 5 looks with this one, including the one I'm wearing now. I'm doing this video as part of my Every Pan challenge, which I've set for myself. I don't know if there's a similar concept out there from before, I haven't seen any videos on it, but what I'm trying to do is to make sure that I use every single colour in the palettes that I already own. I'm a little bit over the sort of rampant commercialism around makeup, so sure I enjoy buying new things once in a while, but I want to do less of it, and I want to make sure that I actually use what I've got. So in order to do that, I have set myself a challenge to plan out a number of looks for each of the palettes I own, where I use every single shade in the palette at least once. That way I get to push my boundaries a little bit, I get to try some new things. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't, but it's all in the fun of experimenting and playing around with makeup. That's what we do this for. So this is the first video in that series. There will be more to come. Amongst other things, I will do the Oden's Eye Elva 2 palette. I've also got the Juvia's Place Wahala 2 that I want to do this with. So those are a couple of the videos that I'm really looking forward to getting into in the future. But for now, let's jump into these 5 looks, because this is going to take forever otherwise. So first look, I look a little bit like an owl at the moment because I have used my Juvia's Place foundation as I would a concealer on the eyelid. That's because when I ordered this I accidentally took one that was a little bit too light. So using it as a concealer instead, and it really is very full coverage. And here's the box. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I literally ran to the door when the postman came yesterday, and I have opened it, I have looked at the things that are inside, but I haven't actually touched any of the shades in the eyeshadow palette. I have swatched the highlighter that I ordered from them. Speaking of the palettes, here she is. I really love the way this looks. I think whoever works in graphical design at Kaleidos, they need to get a raise. They really knocked this one out of the park. It is a super pretty palette. And I mean, Angelica has done such a good job both on the inside and outside of this. This is the palette on the inside. Untouched for now. Just like Angelica, I am a World of Warcraft girl. I've been playing on and off for about 10 years. So when I heard that she had named a lot of the shades after sci-fi and games, I thought that was a really fun idea, and it's something that I really personally enjoy. So my plan for these looks I'm going to make with this palette is to take one race from the game and to base the look around that race. For example, today I'm doing humans. Especially, I was thinking about Kultiras. The Kultirans are a seafaring people. I think they are heavily influenced by, I think it's Devonshire or Cornwall in the UK.
Since I wasn't very good at pointing my camera for these clips, welcome to the voiceover. Since we were going watery with this look, I started with 7 of 9 in the crease, and I wanted to build that up slowly and sort of layer on the colour. I then proceeded to deepen it up with a little bit of void in the outer corner. This is a very pigmented shade, so I dipped in very carefully to begin with.
That's actually a pretty cool effect, even if it's not what I was looking for. I've got some lines in it, but I think that has more to do with my eyelids being crinkly, because I am a 30-something-year-old lady, rather than the actual eyeshadow.
I was then going to do the cut crease, and because I didn't want to stay in my own box and do something too obvious, I went over it with the Peach Shimmer Nebula. I tried it with a brush first, but that didn't want to cooperate, so I went in with my finger instead, and that worked a treat.
I'm going to meet that just with a little bit more of the void shade on the outer corner.
I finished off the eye with a wing and some lashes. To get the blue to pop, I used the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On and definitely a turn on waterproof extreme shine eyeliner. Product team at NYX, are you okay? That is a long ass name, I'm just saying.
So that is it for look number 1. Stay with me for just a second and you will get to look number 2. So time for look number 2. I don't look like an owl today because I haven't primed with my Juvia's Place foundation on my eyes. I found this eye primer in one of my boxes. I've never tried this one before. It's the number 7 Stay Perfect eyeshadow primer, suitable for sensitive skin according to the packaging. So I'm going to give that a try today and see what I think. So for my second look, I'm sticking with the World of Warcraft theme and I'm going to do a drawn eye look today. This was actually the first look I thought of, or what inspired me to do this little theme for these looks. Let me put my hair up and we can get started.
I started with the shade Naru throughout the crease so I would have a base to blend on. The Drawn Eye, or the Eridar, which is their original name, are refugees from their own destroyed homeworld. Drawn Eye means exiled ones, and they have a very close relationship with the celestial beings called Naru, which, you guessed it, are the namesakes of this shade.
Right, so I'm ready to dive into the halo bit. So I'm going to use Cylon in the inner and outer corner.
This is how I like to work with eyeshadows. I lay them down where I want them first and then I start blending them in. This is a super pigmented shade, so little goes a very long way. I wanted to make this a halo eye, so I started blocking out in the middle of the lid with my concealer. I then followed up by tapping the shimmer shade Celestine in the centre of my lid.
Now I'm going to go back with Cylon a little bit on the outer edges and just pat that in. I'm going to clean up under the eye a little bit and the outer corners, and then I'll come back and finish the eyes. Lashes are on and these are so big on me. I've already cut them down a little bit in the outer corners, but I must have the smallest eyes in the world or something because they're still a little bit long in the inner corner. Besides, these lashes are the type when I look up, I tickle my own eyebrows. We're definitely doing drama today. And to keep on that theme, I have chosen a very dark lipstick to go with this.
I think you'll find watching this that a running theme, besides World of Warcraft, is that I keep forgetting to tightline. Sorry about that.
So this is look 2 of 5, stay tuned for the next one. Good morning, time for look number 3, and this one is inspired by the Torrent rays.
So for this look I started with the shade Samus over the entire lid. I then went back and deepened the outer corner and the crease with Red Giant. Let me tell you, these two blended seamlessly. This ended up being my favourite look out of the bunch. So my inspiration for this look was the Torrent rays. They're a cow people, pure and simple. They are heavily attuned to balance in nature, so I wanted this look to be a little bit more light-hearted and a little bit more on the natural side. So naturally, I followed this up with the shimmer shade Nova, which is super sparkly.
I have finished off the rest of my face, except for my lips. I thought I would try today this NYX Butter Gloss So altogether this is the finished look. So this was the third look. Stick around because we've got 2 more to go. Welcome back to look number 4. It is the same day. I took off the look I did earlier. I was a little bit reluctant to do it, but I went out for a really nice walk at lunchtime. But it's cold outside. We've actually had snow for the last couple of weeks. And my eyes started watering and my eyeliner went everywhere. I've already primed my lids with the same number 7 Stay Perfect eye primer. I'm really enjoying this one actually because it's really nice and gentle on my skin. The look I'm going to do this time is inspired by the troll race in World of Warcraft. The troll race is in general a smooth, laid-back type of people. They are colourful both as characters, and also of course you get green trolls, you get blue trolls. So we're going green and blue for this look.
Now, I started with the shade Gravity and I wanted to build it up all over the lid. I have to admit, this kind of green isn't really something I've worked with before, so to begin with I chose a way too fluffy brush. The colour wasn't really building the way I wanted it to, so I went back with a more compact brush and that worked a lot better. Stippling is key, people. Stipple away. I then went in the inner and outer corner with Queen of Blades to start creating the halo effect. And I did warn you, I don't really work a lot with shades like this, so it did look a little bit muddy there for a while. Eyeshadow palette, $45, camera, roughly $300. The look on my fiance's face when he walked in and I looked like this, priceless.
We are definitely at a stage right now where I do look a little bit peculiar. I'm just going to put my trust in the process and hopefully we can sort this out.
And to finish the look, there is pure magic. I mean Astro. It's Astro.
Let me clean up my face a little bit and we'll do the finishing touches. I don't know what it is about eyeliner, but it really just sort of helps put a look together. I want to bring back a touch more of the blue, so I am going to put a blue liner in my waterline. I quite like that. That brings a bit more of a blue pop back. There we are. That is the finished look. So that is look number 4, the troll look. If you stay with me for just a second, we'll get into the 5th and final look, the night elf look. Welcome back for the 5th and final look. This is the night elf inspired look. So if you have been keeping count of how many of the colours I've used, you know that there's only a few left.
The first of those shades is Rock Hopper, and you cannot tell me that that is not the sharkiest purple you have ever seen. I then went in with the only repeat shade in this series, Cylon. I wanted to make this a cut crease, so I then went in with my concealer again. I haven't really done a lot of cut creases, so I was a little bit worried how this is going to turn out. And honestly, for a noob, I kinda nailed it. I was well chuffed. Last but not least, I had 2 shimmers left to use. I used You're My Only Hope, which is the purple pinkish leaning kind of shimmer in the middle of my lid, and I had Firefly on the inner corner. I finished off the rest of my face and the under eye, and I put on a pair of lashes, and again I forgot the tightline. Since filming this, they have confirmed the date for the restock. It's going to be on the 14th and 15th of April, depending on where you live in the world. So if you are thinking about picking it up, that might be your last chance.
So my final thoughts on this palette. I've really enjoyed working with it. Now in lockdown number 3, there's not much I look forward to anymore. So getting to feel excited about something and actually wanting to sit down and do my makeup over and over and over again, that has been really nice and I have really enjoyed it. The quality of the makeup is fantastic as well. I think it comes out very pigmented and the colours are stunning. There's a lot you can do with this palette. I mean, I've come up with 5 looks out of this. I've made sure I've used every single colour in this palette as well, which I'm really happy with. I think there's good variety in here, from everyday looks to something a little bit more extravagant. So I think there's something for everyone. And regarding shipping to the UK, it didn't actually take as long as I thought it might. It came a little bit quicker. I think it says 3 weeks estimated on the website, but mine came in about 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a couple of days. So that's it from me for today. I hope you have enjoyed these looks. I hope maybe you find something that will inspire you, even if you don't like all of them. I know I have been a little bit surprised with how some of the looks have turned out, but it has been fun, it has been an experiment for me, and I've really enjoyed the process. I hope you have as well, and that you will come back for another video. So for now, until next time, bye!